One of you were asking about a video in which I mentioned that the fastest way to manifest anything is to do nothing. And we talked about a quote by Neville Goddard, the spiritual teacher Neville Goddard, where he says, you don't have to lift a finger to make it so. It already is so. In other words, you don't have to lift a finger to make it happen. And we talked about the idea of inspired action and what that really means. And you said, I'm still confused on this. I'm still not sure what I should do or not do, what actions I should take or not take. Well, let's start here today. Remember, when we say do nothing, absolutely nothing, we mean it. We mean that that is the fastest way to manifest anything. But what are we talking about here when we say do absolutely nothing? That doesn't mean don't move. When we say do absolutely nothing, when we say that's the fastest way to manifest anything, we're not saying whether you're to move or not move. We're not saying it doesn't mean don't take action. It doesn't mean sit around. I think one of you were talking about sitting around on your sofa and said, okay, I'll just create from there. It doesn't mean sitting around and waiting for something to manifest out there. What does it mean? It means what you do or don't do, what action you take or don't take, does not create and is not source of anything. You are. That's the Neville Goddard quote on, you will not have to lift a finger to make it so, for it already is so. It was always so. You're already all that is. You're the one and only source. That's what we mean. I am source. There is no other. And the spiritual teacher Esther Hicks, who channels this essence of teachers called Abraham Hicks, someone was asking about that, really pressing her, or Abraham, on this idea, well, then I can just sit around on my sofa. And she wasn't talking about whether you sit around or not sit around, what you do or don't do. She said somebody focused, right? As I've always mentioned, either you are consciously, intentionally creating and manifesting your desired reality, or something or someone else is. What is that something or something else? Everything else. People, events, and circumstances, changing thoughts and feelings. So somebody focus, she said. Somebody focus. You are that focused source of all that is. I am awareness. We're going to show this today. You can take massive action, or no massive action, or no action at all. Do you see this idea of taking massive action? I know there's some spiritual teachers that talk about that. You can take massive action or no action at all. You can make the call or send the text to the specific person or not. It doesn't matter. You could affirm, you could assume, you could imagine hundreds of times a day and keep repeating or not. It doesn't matter. It's not source. None of it is or has creative power. Only you do. It's only you. I am. You are that creative power. So when you stop giving your actions or lack of action the power and authority to determine what's possible or not possible for you, what's yours or not yours, who you are or who you are not, what happens or doesn't happen in your reality, when you stop giving your actions or lack of actions, what you do or don't do, that power and authority, then you're not lifting a finger to make it so. You're doing absolutely nothing and you're manifesting everything. Because you're saying, I'm the power, I'm the source. I can do or not do. I can take action or not take action. I can think or feel or see whatever I want to think and feel and see, and still know it's already mine. Wow. The fastest way then to manifest anything is to do absolutely nothing. Don't lift a finger to make it so, as Neville Goddard said. For it's already so, it was always so. But you asked specifically, but what about inspired action? How do I know the difference? Well, remember, I've always said this. All actions are inspired by either I am that which I desire to be, or I am not, or not yet. They're always inspired by one of two things. I am that I am, or I'm not that I am. I am limitless in the source and creator of my reality, or I am not. I've got to make it happen. Sure, there's an idea of some actions feeling effortless and natural, spontaneous, aligned, intuitive. I get that. You can feel that or feel nothing. It doesn't matter because actions don't create and are not source of anything. Or you could take actions or not take actions or do or not do from the idea of I'm not yet that which I desire to be, where it feels forced or fake or resistance or hard or desperate. Or you could feel nothing while you're taking those actions from I am not. Because again, they don't create and they're not source of anything. Only you are. Wow. And we've talked about the levels of creation. I want to just review this again. That existence is the one mind, that one intelligent, conscious mind. What the ancients refer to as the Father, the physicists refer to as the quantum field. The great I am, that's level 7. It's complete absolute knowing. It's perfection of all that is, of all awareness. It's where all extremes meet and are reconciled. It's where good meets bad and high meets low, and all of those dualistic ideas of reality are joined into one idea. I am that I am. And then I've talked about level 6 as I am awareness of being that one. It's that natural innate awareness that you are. You could think of it as the sun of existence, what the ancients called the Son of God. Born from existence is this awareness of being that one. And then you have level 5, the identity. Who am I? Like Jesus, as your I am awareness of being, asking his disciples, who do people and men say that I am? I, the Son of Man, am. And remember, they were all over the place answering. Jeremiah, one of the prophets, John the Baptist. Who knows? All based on lower ideas of creation. Then there's level 4, your core assumptions. You might even call that your model of reality. What's your model of reality? What do you believe is true of who you are and what your reality is? That's level 4. Level 3 would then be these changing beliefs and thoughts that you have based on your model of reality, your assumptions of who you are. You can think of level 4 as where the law of assumption comes in. Level 2, that is the feelings from those thoughts and changing beliefs. In level 3 and 2 are emotions, basically. Then there's level 1, the physically focused identity or the action. It's the lowest level of creation, taking action. And so when you take action from here, what you do or don't do, well, that's the lowest level of creation. It's not source. But at the same time, that physically focused you is that individualized, localized, personalized, all that isness. Do you see? But we want to work and take action from level 1 to feel better, to feel something, or not feel something, to avoid feeling bad, or to feel good. And then have better thoughts and beliefs about who we are. That creates some sort of new truth of assumptions and core beliefs, where we then become someone different and know that we are that one awareness of being. Do you see, level 1's a lot of repetitions, a lot of work, it's a lot of processes, a lot of techniques. It's a lot of middle. Taking action to feel better or avoid feeling bad. Working from the bottom up with techniques and processes and methods, it requires a lot of effort, a lot of repetition. trying to reprogram this one mind of God that you are. It doesn't need to be reprogrammed. What do you accept as your model of reality on level 4? The truth of who you are. So level 1, yes, it's actions. It's the lowest level of creation is actions, behaviors. But it's also the center of all that is. Level 1 plus level 6 is complete knowing. Level 7, it is existence itself. Or think of it this way, your identity of who you say you are, plus level 1, plus being that physically focused identity that you are. Taking actions or not taking actions, doing things or not doing things from the individualized, localized, personalized essence that you are. Not from being a separate individual, a separate personality located in some physical reality out there. That's where it gets hard. That's where it feels bottom up. But that level 5 plus level 1 is 6. Is that awareness? Is the Son of God? So yeah, you can take actions to feel better or avoid feeling bad. Working from the bottom up, using techniques and repetitions to finally change who you believe you are and change your reality. Or you can identify as the source, cause, and creator of your entire life experience, level 6. And choose to be that which you desire to be, level 5. And then do and resist nothing. Know that it doesn't matter. Remember, level 5 plus level 1 equals that level 6 of I am awareness. Level 6 plus level 1 equals the complete knowing of all that is, or God, or existence. That's why I say it. Do you get it? It's never really about what you do or don't do. It's what you're doing or not doing, or taking action or not taking action by who you believe you are. Do you believe you're an individual, separate personality located in some physical reality that you have no control over? Or are you an individualized, personalized, non-local awareness in this physical experience? Creating everything, being the one and only source. That's the fastest way to manifest anything, is to do nothing. Resist nothing. Do you see, going from level 1, from the idea that you're an individual, local to this physical person, to this physical reality, a separate personality, well, that takes a lot of effort. It takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of hustle. It takes a lot of massive action, and you may or may not change things. But knowing that you are that one, then you know what you do or don't do doesn't matter. What actions you take or don't take doesn't matter. It's who are you, what you're doing or not doing, or taking or not taking those actions. That's what we mean by that. And that's where when you resist nothing, but know who you are. I am your host, Tom Kearin, and these are the studios of Be Something Wonderful, where we help you level up and become the best version of yourself. Creators, thanks again for joining us here. We're in Cusco, Peru. Cloudy day today. Might even get a little sprinkle of rain. More content coming. Check out the Tom Kearin channel, more content there. Also, we have our live event, our live stream, where I answer your questions as you ask them at the end of this month of August on the Be Something Wonderful membership channel. Join us there as well. With great love, with great light, and infinite gratitude, this is Tom Kearin in the studios of Be Something Wonderful on the Tom Kearin channel in Cusco, Peru. Until next time, we'll see you soon.